Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't thick, please don't get involved.
And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Give me some fan questions, Jen. Let's see what we got. Hello, Brendan. Coming to you from England, London. Firstly, your show is awesome. Been watching it since Below the Belt days. Thank you, dude. Also, I got a channel I cover MMA. Would like to interview sometime. All right, we'll figure it out. My question, how do you feel you would have fared against JDS or Cain in your prime? I disagree with Joe Rogan. I actually feel you could have won them fights. It's a MMA. Anything can happen. Look at JDS versus Cain. I think I would have done better than Rogan thinks. Yes, Cain in his prime's a tough one, but definitely. But Rogan never to defend Rogan. Like, he only saw me when I was actually fighting. He never saw me in training. He never saw me compete at University of Northern Colorado in wrestling, or how I did against top tier wrestlers. So from his perspective, it's like, oh yeah, he's just striking with guys. Like, he didn't know. He's never seen me really do jiu-jitsu. So, but better than I think Rogan would think. Do
you put them in the same tier, JDS and Cain? Because I feel like this might be arguable. It's like a Cain prime is like
best ever.
That's my I truly think probably the best.
Best ever, yeah. Best ever.
Like,
no injuries.
And JDS is great, but like
JDS is great, and obviously JDS beat him on Fox in whatever 13, 16 seconds, but Cain was super compromised. Should have been fighting that night. And the UFC kind of forced his hand.
That's why I say Prime Cain, because Prime Cain
beats everybody. Yeah, everybody. Drew URB, we can't see the rest. What up, Schaub? If you were in Dana White's shoes, what would be some changes you'd like to do in the UFC? He's doing a pretty damn good job. I would definitely have more passion for the business. For him, I think he's so busy, he's kind of almost callous to it, So I definitely give more love to the fighters. I don't think he's very good at that. The changes I'd make, again, it's their business deal with Paramount, so I get it. I would have less cards. I'd stack more of the cards, so it's not so watered down. I'd make heavyweights great again. I'd really emphasize on getting heavyweights in there. I'd sign Gable Stevenson yesterday, throw him in with the top 10. I'd sign Francis Ngannou. I'd sign Rico. Just get some life in the heavyweight division. I wouldn't change much, but besides, I'd have less cards.
Would you reinstate Ariel Helwani?
I would have I'd bring back the real journalists. Oh, there's a jet flying over above.
Yeah.
I'd bring back Ariel, Luke Thomas. They would be at every press conference, post, pre. I'd have them asking hard-hitting questions. I'd bring that back. I'd still do the Nina drama and the Nelk Boy shit, but I'd also have the real wing of it with the real journalists. Pete Carroll, Chuck.
I was watching a video of him interviewing you, and it was when he was a part of it. It was great. I remember the interview is great because you're like, I'm scared to talk to you.
Ariel?
Yeah.
Oh, I forget that one.
That was like right after your fight. You're like, Ariel, I'm nervous, and he's like, don't be nervous. We're gonna be fine.
yeah, I like Ariel, man.
Mm-hmm. It's weird not having him. The fact that he's not even a part of it. Like, I feel like he's like,
it's not good. He's a base star, Stephen A. Smith, and then imagine if Stephen A. Smith couldn't go to NBA games.
Yeah, it'd be weird.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
he's working for the Olympics right now, dude.
Yeah,
and he also has the biggest show in the space, bigger than anything UFC's put together, podcast wise, journalist wise. Like, why you wouldn't and the UFC has the money. Why you wouldn't start like a real journalist wing of it? I don't know. I don't, and maybe not hire him, because then obviously then I can give real takes, but I don't understand why they don't open up those gates.
I think Bisping's the only one they really let in that space, though, because he's a commentator and he has his own show. But otherwise, I think Ariel's show is probably bigger than his. If I had to,
Bisping's,
yeah,
oh, way bigger.
Yeah.
No, Ariel's the biggest. Luke Thomas is huge too. There's a gorilla skateboarding above us, so that's cool. We got to get out of this fucking studio. We're looking at new spots. I don't understand that. I don't understand that.
I think him not being is such a weird move, but I guess like that was it because of Brock Lesnar, like leaking the Brock Lesnar fight.
Part of it, and even that's not factually true. They just didn't like him.
Yeah,
they just don't want that sort of. They want to control the narrative.
And he's too much of a wild card for them.
He's too honest.
Yeah,
So am I.
Yeah, not having. I think Nina's great, and you
can have both.
Yeah,
like that's why people are like, oh, we need more Ariel and Luke and whatever. We don't need Nina. No. You don't need to replace one. There's a world where you have both.
Yeah,
both would be great for the sport.
This might be a shit. I know there's people gonna be like, fuck this take, but I do like Nina. I think that
she's great.
Like not everybody has to be for the hardcores. Like it's cool that someone actually gets casuals and brings people in that might
Nina
not have been
makes it
interested.
fun though. Like one of the reasons I stopped doing food truck is, I'm not Nina. I'm not asking these silly questions and having fun with them and shit like that. And to get you to bring that out of the fighters is a skill set. Like Ariel doesn't bring that out of them.
No.
Luke doesn't. I don't. Like Chuck doesn't. Pete does. Like Nina does that. She's harmless. The guys feel comfortable around her.
Yeah, it's
She's
fun
also
seeing
an
that
attractive
side.
girl.
Yeah.
So they're like more willing to play ball. Like they're not going to do that with me.
Yeah, I don't even care if I get hate for that. I think that what she does, and
You
people are
should
like,
get hate for
married woman, and I'm like, okay, but she's also doing something that no one else is really doing with that, and it's a fun side of the.
She's the first to do it, and then she's also making bank, and she's getting crazy numbers.
Yeah. Like,
but the caveat there too is like Ariel, Luke's more like me, right? We don't have guests, but Ariel's show is predicated on guests. That's despite the UFC. UFC doesn't let some fighters go on a show.
Interesting.
Like one of the reasons I stopped food truck is someone in the UFC made it very hard for me to continue to book guests.
Yeah.
To be completely honest with you,
Yeah. They like to control their narrative. And I think that she makes
if you're
it.
not part of that tribe, they don't want their tribe going on that show.
And they feed everybody to her. And I think that it like, because dude, you remember back in the day, UFC, there was like the pre-fight was like, they're almost like getting along before the fight. You know what I mean? Like, I like seeing other sides of the fighters that you don't always see.
Yeah, there's so many great personalities, man. No, you need Nina, you need Ariel.
Like, look how cool everyone finds Arman now.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I would have never, if it was just like what you saw that the UFC originally, like, just like what the little bit, you'd just be like, oh, he's kind of just a weird guy with a lot of money.
You know who they need to do that with? I think it's Hamzat. I think Nina and Hamzat need to get together. Because I think what Nina's done for Arman, people went, oh shit, he's normal.
Yeah.
He's really funny. He's cool. And a lot of that was on Nina. I think when they get to a certain level, especially Hamzat, I think, now maybe he's just cold-blooded and he's not an Arman.
He's been on with her, but he's very conservative with what he even says. He's hard. He's a tough cookie to break, that guy.
Yeah.
But Arman, now I'm like, this guy fucking rules now.
He's the
I'm
best.
like, this guy's sick.
He's awesome.
And I would have never seen this side of him, you know?
I was hanging out with him training, and he was, he's cool, but I didn't see that side of him.
No, and he's like giving kids money to fucking, to
he's
train.
awesome.
He's great.
One of the biggest names now.
Yeah.
Because of
and if it wasn't for things like this, you wouldn't know this side of them. So I get like people like will hate just because people hate. But what she does is it's pretty cool at
She's
the end
great.
of the day.
She's great. There's a lane for it. What else you got, Chin?
Right.
Oh, this is my boy, Matt. The real Matt GT. What's up, Matty? Here's my question. Why do you think Dana and the UFC refuse to provide benefits to athletes? At the very least, athletes with a history in the UFC of 15 plus fights or title fights, it'd go a long way for the fighters, but also for the sport and the fans and Dana's reputation as a businessman. I'm not sure Dana cares about his reputation, right? At this point, you know, he's at the top of the mountain. That's a good question because they're so like anti giving guys benefits. I wonder if is it just a train wreck, or is it so hard to get insurance? Because remember, sometimes Dana gets these guys where the damage is already done. So like, let's say I had horrible CT from football. I played football since I tackled football since I was 6. From 6 to basically 23 years old, I played tackle football. And then I decided to fight in the UFC. So is Dana responsible for the injuries I conducted during my entire football career? And that falls on his shoulders? And I go through a scan like, yeah, dude, he has this, this. And Dana, you have to pay for it? Like, I don't know how you figure that out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine the cost. Like, I mean, I know they have money, so I know that sounds crazy, but like coming in to even just like get regular health insurance with pre-existing conditions is crazy expensive.
And then you're going to fully insure and give benefits to a bunch of professional mixed martial artists. I don't know. I would assume that has something to do with it, because obviously it'd be a good look for the UFC and you attract better athletes if you did provide benefits. But the pros and cons, it must be so many cons where the UFC's like, buddy, this is $6 billion a year insurance.
Do any sports actually give benefits like that? Like health insurance?
NFL, NBA.
Do they?
MLB.
And does it even after you're out? Really?
I think all of them do.
Really?
Yeah.
I never would have that. Because like, I could see.
Like NFL, like my buddy Joe had to have back surgery, knee surgery. He played 7 years in the NFL. They cover it.
Oh, yeah.
Active players often extending coverage into retirement, particularly
NBA.
after.
Yeah, but you see, but you have to play a certain amount. So like the NFL, you got to play 3 seasons in 1 game.
That's still awesome.
Basketball after 4 seasons. MLB league wide.
But see, if you're in the NFL, they only get it for 5 seasons after retirement. Yeah, 5 seasons.
Yeah, I can kind of understand, because let's say you're 80 and you're like, man, my fucking knee went out. Hey, NFL, cover this. Like, buddy, you're the one skateboarding in your 70s. Like, we're not fucking covering this.
Also, not to sound heartless, but the amount of athletes that come through the sport, imagine paying for, like, how many people?
life?
That's so many people to
Yeah,
pay
I
health
just don't think
insurance
it's
for.
possible. Good question, though, Matt. There has to be a reason why the UFC won't even entertain it. It must be substantially, just enormously expensive.
Yeah, imagine how many people have retired from MMA at this point, and then having to cover all of them for life, and your current fighters and fighters coming up.
It'd be nice.
That's a lot of money.
What else you got, Jen?
Elias
Elias Botuger?
All right, this guy starts right here.
So this guy said, all right, big fan of the show. Been a fan since Ultimate Fighter days, old school. Dude, I had some guy I was getting coffee the other day, and he jumped out of his car to take a picture of me. He's like, dude, loved you on the Ultimate Fighter. What have you been up to since then? I was like, what?
Started a basket weaving company.
Oh, wow. There's too much to get into. Enjoy your coffee. Well, my co-host defended Epstein. Other than that, doing all right. He's all, what? It's a long story. He didn't really mean it. I'll see you later.
Get popcorn. This is going to be a while.
Yeah. Oh, get ready. You heard of Bobby Lee?
Have you been on Reddit?
You ever heard of this thing called Reddit? Not even worth your time, but yeah. Other than that, doing all right, man. All right, this guy put big fan of the show. Been a fan since Ultimate Fighter. That's when I first introduced to the UFC by my older brother. We watched your season. I picked you as my favorite. He picked Roy Nelson. All right, fuck your brother. Won't say too much more after that. Yeah, your brother was right. My question is about your take on Aspinal the other day. This is wild, and the comments I'm getting on Aspinal is so crazy to me. So clearly he's not faking it. It's true that he's having trouble in his day-to-day life because of it. What do you think the time frame is for an injury like this? And do you think there's a good chance we don't see him in the octagon again? I do. Given what happened to Bisping, I wouldn't be surprised if the commission has trouble sanctioning his fights based on his ability to see. Never worry about the commission. Clearly Bisping got away with it with one eye.
It's a little tighter though now. Like Schaub Bullet, he can't fight in the States. He can only fight in Middle East, right?
Yeah, but he's still doing it.
Yeah.
So there's a way to do it. Yeah, I would say for Tom, and if you watch the piece Thiccc Carroll did on, which is amazing. He spent like a day in life with Tom and going through his surgeries and all this shit. Tom's not even thinking about fighting. He's like, oh, I want to be able to play with my kids. I want to be able to drive. Like, I can't even shake hands right now. Now, a lot of fans sent me this thing. There's video of him like
Kicking a soccer ball.
Like, oh, he can't see? Look at this. I asked Thiccc Carroll about it. I'm like, hey, man, you get the backlash where it's like, oh, hopefully he doesn't mind me saying this, but I was like, do you get the backlash? Like, I defend Tom, like, oh, he can't see. He's faking it all. And you see him dribbling the soccer ball. And Pete was like, yeah, man, this ain't America. Like, 2-year-olds can do that with a soccer ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, and it's really his vision's only if it's like it's moving. Mm-hmm. Like if your hand's moving, he hits trouble. If he's like hitting mitts and the guy's moving, if it's just right in front of him, he can kind of figure it out. But as soon as he like moves, he's fucked. And he constantly has a black spot.
He also didn't pull a Pele and start kicking the ball. He kicked it twice.
No, and that's why Pete's saying. Pete's like, dude, any guy around here can. That's not impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's like, that's so stupid. Here's my thing with all this, and I'm baffled that people's take on Tom Aspinall. So let me just get this straight. If you think he's faking it, a guy that dedicated his entire life since he was 6 years old to the sport finally gets to a level where he's actually making good money, and he's world champion. So, and remember, he just became world champion. After all the hard work, he's gonna fake it now when he's finally nobody really makes money until they defend the belt and they become champion in their main events. Like, people make decent money. You don't make like money where you can say fuck you to a lot of things till you actually defend the belt. That's where Tom's at. So you think he did all this work since he was 6, and then he decides to fake this eye injury because of Cyril Gahn, a guy that is at best a blue belt? It just doesn't even if you don't like Tom, it's such a bad argument. It just doesn't work in any capacity. Oh, but he's faking. Look at his eye injuries. Why the fuck would he? What are you talking about?
The short-term memory on people is so crazy.
It's so wild they turn on.
What people will forget is the fact that no one, like, we actually watched him slowly go into a depression when it came to trying to get, he was like showing up with actual rubber duckies, trying to be like, I want to fight Jon Jones. I want to fight so badly.
And he was the belle of the ball. Everyone loved him. Like, yeah, John's ducking him. Also, mind you, remember when he fought Curtis Blades the first time and blew his knee out? Do you think he was faking that and had surgery and he came back and then beat the piss out of Curtis? Do you remember all that? Mm-hmm. There's just no, and listen, I'm a good conspiracy guy. I love all that stuff. This one just, it doesn't make sense. This would be the equivalent of being like, JFK was actually stabbed in the neck. You're like, that doesn't, no, he was shot. Everyone knows he was shot. You keep saying he's stabbed. There's nothing there.
For a conspiracy to work, there has to be like a reason, like, oh, this is why they're trying to do this. But there's no, this is why. Like, he doesn't get
get workers.
It's like it's like flat earth. It's like, okay, and then what?
Yeah, but it's not like, I can understand if like, hey, the UFC has a rule where if you can't see, you still get paid your show and win money. Then I'm like, I guess it makes sense for a guy to do that. And then how long do they do it? They have to pay you that exact amount of money for the next 5 years. I'm like, oh, I can see that. No, he makes $0 now.
Yeah, he's not getting.
There's no upside.
Yeah, there's no workers' comp.
Yeah, but he's scared of Cyril Gahn. Nah, bitch, you're scared of Cyril Gahn. Tom Aspinall is not. It's actually his easiest fight in a long fucking time, stylistically.
You think so?
Easily.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, but that first round, shut the fuck up. Tom would have figured it out. As soon as it went to the ground, he would have been so fucked. And trust me, I can't wait for Tom to come back and fight Cyril Gahn. And that's if Cyril Gahn is even still in the running for a title shot.
Was it you who said it too? Where it's like, that's why it's a 5-round fight.
Yes.
Like, people feel each other out. Like, how often do you watch a first round and go, all right, I guess they're just feeling each other out. They're gauging the distance.
100%, especially in a 5-round fight at heavyweight, especially in a 5-round fight.
Yeah. And I think people are just so used to him just bulldozing people. But like, was that his first actual title defense? Yeah,
and then also, to your point, people thought he was just going to steamroll him.
Yeah.
So when that doesn't happen right away, like, oh man, he could lose this one. It's like,
yeah.
Or he's just downloading the data and he steamrolls him in the second, third, or fourth. The odds are he would have done that.
And maybe, do you feel like people fight a little different when they're chasing the title versus when they have the title?
For sure.
Right?
For sure.
Like, he's going to be a little more cautious, not just try and
maybe, because I would have thought the same thing too. Like, Cyril Gahn's takedown defense is atrocious. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Like, if you saw his fight, fellas, might I remind you, this guy got out-grappled by Francis Ngannou with one fucking leg. He's so bad at grappling and wrestling. It's atrocious. So going into that, I bet Tom was like, I just got him with like an outside trip or something. He's going down. And he probably worked on it and stuffed it. So Tom's like, oh shit, I got to adjust. Not like, oh my God, what am I going to do? Same takedown offense as fucking Arman Tsarukyan. No, dude. None of that. It's just a matter of time till he got him down. This thing was over. And then he gets poked in the fucking eye.
That's what worries me about his question. I'm like, the fact that it's been this long, had this many surgeries.
Oh, he's not fighting this year. I bet mid next year at best. Now that's if all the surgeries go well and he's not so heartbroken over the treatment he's gotten from not only the fan base, but UFC and Dana White.
Yeah.
There's nothing more heartbreaking than realizing how cold of a business professional sports are. And Tom's learning it the worst way right now. I learned it pretty early on, buddy. Tom's probably like, what? Yeah, buddy. You ain't shit in the grand scheme of things. The circus does not stop. You have to do your trick no matter what. And the day you can't do your trick, they'll forget your name.
They kind of love bomb you, right? Like especially the fans, like they're like, we love you, you're everything. And then as soon as one thing happens, and they go from
next
treating you like this to you're so expendable.
There's nothing else like it. There's nothing else like it.
Like that's like someone love bombing you in a relationship where they like treat you so good and all of a sudden they're like,
and then you fart once and they're like, oh, this is over.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Yeah.
That's it. Tom's realizing it and it's
gotta hurt.
It hurts and you're kind of like, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
This is the way you treat me, fuck this. And now he's going to start moving different. Now, say this, knowing Tom, the fighter he is, he's going to come back, use that anger, and Cyril, mark my words, is so fucked.
Yeah.
Cyril better pray to God he doesn't come back. Just wait. Just wait.
So I'm starting to notice Cyril has a little problem with his fingers in some fights.
Oh,
this is not a new
super
thing.
cheater.
This is not a new thing at all.
He's a French cheater.
He does a few things, groin strikes too.
It's kind of his thing. But he doesn't get the same amount of hate Tom does. It's so wild.
Or that John does. Because he'd be like, oh, John eye pokes. But like, you go back, there's a couple fights where you're like, okay, Cyril's really loose with how, like, make it look like he's gauging the distance. But he's
Same thing John does. But everyone gives him a pass.
Yeah.
I think people are upset at Tom. They're upset at him. You know, they don't know how to use that anger. Is that it, Jen?
There's one more.
All right, last one. Dave's.ig.
There you go.
What was it like training at Jackson Winks? Especially at the time. God, it was like I get it'd be the equivalent of being like at the Pro Bowl, but you're practicing. Like you're talking about just the who's who. And even over the years, like I was there early on in my career. And, you know, it was Rashad, John, Keith Jardine, Tate Fletcher, Cerrone, Leonard Garcia, Holly Holm, Michelle Watterson. Just like you walk in and it's like we all had the same goal. So it was fun, man. It was super intense. And then, you know, I had a few years. I stayed in Colorado. Then I went back out there. I forget who I was going to fight. Might have been the Gonzaga camp. Or LeVar Johnson, I forget. But I went back out there, and then it was similar names. Like Cerrone was still there, Leonard still there. But then you had like, it was the heavyweight day. So you had Overeem, Orlovsky, Travis Brown, like the monsters, the who's who, you know? They had the East brothers who were fucking nightmares, you know? It was just a great time. Great time.
I have a question, fan question. Because I know this from wrestling where like sometimes you'll be in your division and then you like roll with someone who's in a different weight class and you're like, fucking glad I'm not in that weight class. Have you ever had that before where you're like, oh, I'm glad I'm like, you roll with someone, you're like, damn.
Just the only time ever was Jon Jones.
Yeah.
Where I was like, thank God he's like, you know, I tell that famous story of him just beating the fuck out of some of those guys I listed who were there. He beat the fuck out of us round after round after round after round.
And you wrestled with him? Or,
oh, yeah.
Yeah,
and I was
full
like,
on spar?
Yeah, I was like, thank God he's not in my weight class. Thank fucking
You
God.
could just feel the difference.
And then I've gone with, I won't say names, I've gone with elite lighter weights. And I was like, God damn, I wish I could go down there.
Yeah.
Just mollywop them.
Really?
Just because I was just bigger. You know?
Yeah.
I was like, God, I wish I could do that.
But Jon Jones really is different.
Best I've ever seen. Ever. Not even close. I shouldn't say that. The closest to John would be Gustafsson. I did a camp with Alexander Gustafsson when he fought John. So I fought on that card. I fought Mitrione, and Gustafsson was fighting Jon, so we did camp together in San Diego.
Okay.
And again, thank God he was light heavyweight.
Yeah.
If Jon, let's say, was born 5 years later, Gustafsson's your greatest of all time.
You think so?
He was so fucking good, dude. So talented.
That first fight was that and Stephan Bonner versus Forrest Griffin are two wars that go down.
I called it too because I had to wrestle with Gustafsson, and he would wrestle with me and Phil Davis. Those would be his rounds, and then he would wrestle with us, and then he would go with other heavyweights, and his chain wrestling was off the fucking charts. And I went, oh, he's gonna take Jon down. There's no way. I've trained with both of them. He's gonna take Jon, and sure enough, he got him down.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, you're crazy. I'm like, I'm telling you. I've trained with both
You
of
knew
them.
going into that fight that he'd
He
always
was going to
take
take
Jon
him down.
down. Yeah.
Guarantee it. So he would train with us, like Phil, me, everyone. Dominic Cruz was there. It was like the who's who. And then he would spar with a pro heavyweight boxer and beat the fuck out of him.
Really?
He was so good, man. So good.
He doesn't get the flowers would ever get because he just happened to be in Jon Jones' division.
He was the man. He was the man.
Like, I also say that about DC sometimes, where I'm like, I don't think DC gets the flowers he should get as one of the greatest to ever do it,
Dude,
because of his saga with Jon Jones.
I know. People just think of that. DC, Mount Rushmore. Me and DC sparred one time, and it was so exhausting.
Yeah.
He he would just, the pressure, he just would not stop. And I'm stick to it, and he would just keep coming. Just a fucking tank, dude.
Just built like the Hamburglar and could just take you down.
Yeah,
at ease.
the thing I trained with Jon, Gustafsson, and DC. They were so good, dude. They were so fucking talented. Where I was like, oh, thank God I'm a heavyweight.
Yeah, it sucks that he just happened to be born at that time. DC, I've always thought that. I'm like, if Jon Jones didn't fight, DC, is, in my opinion, would have been like the best.
The best.
Yeah.
And people forget his run at the Strike Force heavyweight Grand Prix. Dude.
Monster.
Josh Barnett, Bigfoot Silva. He was funny talking about Bigfoot
Anderson Silva.
Oh, yeah. UFC 200.
Yeah.
When he's talking about fighting Bigfoot, he was like, dude, it's so, because I was supposed to fight Bigfoot. So I was talking to him about fighting Bigfoot. He's like, dude, it's so easy. His head's this big. He's like, you could throw a 1-2 and he can't get out the way.
You know what he looked like? You remember N64 GoldenEye when you turn on big head mode?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. He was like, it was just everything. He just can't get out the way. So I just
hitting a
kept
barn.
punching. Yeah, what an honor to train with those guys. That was cool, man.
Last one. Did you ever go out with those guys to like watch a fight somewhere and people are just like, what the fuck?
Never.
Together?
No, we never went out. Me and DC went out to a club together one time. Never with Jon.
Thank God.
Yeah. Never with Jon. And then Gustafsson, no. Gustafsson was dialed in.
Yeah.
Me and DC went to a club one time.
Cool.
Yeah, I love those guys. All right, that's it, kids. Hope you enjoyed it.